got no business being an interim manager of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. He's basically a jumped-up academy coach, and there's nothing wrong in being an academy coach. But, to compare him to Arteta was Guardiola's assistant for quite a while before he was appointed to Arsenal. And quite frankly, they should never have given it to Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason, when he was last interim coach of Tottenham Hotspur, when Gareth Bale was in his pomp, decided to play Harry Winks instead of Gareth Bale. I mean, but hold on 1 second, James. Gareth Bale wasn't in his pomp when he was then. Gareth Bale in his pomp was at Real Madrid and before he went to Real Madrid, not when he came back. No, but he was still doing very well. He was still doing very well at that time. And to play Harry Winks instead of Gareth Bale.
What game was that?
I can't remember what game it was, but I remember that there was a big furore and everybody was upset that, how could he not play Gareth Bale and play Harry Winks, because Harry Winks is his best mate.
Well, he will be picking up a player because he's his best mate. James, let me ask you this then. You've had big heads, you've had big name managers, Jose and Antonio Conte, and it didn't work, right? I
agree with you. But I think we're talking about, it's like going from the sublime to ridiculous. Andy, I think, and I don't know whether Benty agrees, I think Tottenham should go for Company. That's what I think they should do, and build and have a project manager who plays proper progressive football and build something, a project. We don't want, I think, to get Nagelsmann or, you're just going back to what we just had. That's what I think.
The only thing is about that, James, I get it, Company, he's done a fantastic job. But you've got to think to yourself as well, what manager realistically wants to take the job now? Company's not going to come now because he's obviously got a job to do with Burnley. He's not leaving Burnley now. Absolutely not.
So? Burnley to go to Spurs? Are you mad?
Right now. Of
course he is.
No, he's not. He wouldn't.
No, of course
he would. Of course he wouldn't. I guarantee you right now, he's just got them promoted.
Who cares?
No, I'm telling you he wouldn't.
Darren, if Daniel Levy comes to Company and says, I'm going to give you a 5-year project, a 5-year deal, Tottenham Hotspur, you're telling me he's going to say, no, sorry, Daniel, I'm staying at Burnley.
No, yeah, right now he would. Maybe at the end of the season is a different story. But why would he come now? He can't. Why now? You've got like 5 games left.
Because he's got I'm not saying this minute. I'm talking about the end of the season.
Well, that's a different discussion. Which is what Ryan Mason's not going to be there at the end of the season. He won't be your manager. We're talking about now.
He should have given it to Harry. He should have let Harry Redknapp do it for 5 games. At least Harry's got the experience. He could have done. He can put his arm around the players. He plays progressive football, and he would have brought a smile to people's faces.
James, let me ask you this: would Harry Redknapp have got a home win last night?
100%.
100%.
What's that based on? You got turned over by Newcastle 6-1 in your last game, and and
they got beat by 3-2 by Bournemouth before that.
Yeah, and Man United, are League Cup winners. They're in the FA Cup final, and they're trying to get top 4. And you think if Harry Redknapp was the manager, you would have won?
I think we would have won. Yeah, I think he would have played in a different formation. He would have played Danjuma from the start. He wouldn't have played.
How do you know that? How do you know Harry Redknapp would have started with Danjuma?
I think he would, because Harry Redknapp likes playing fast, progressive, attacking football. And unfortunately, Ryan Nelson has been one of the assistants. He's had Conte. He's been one of the assistants under Jose Mourinho. So he is versed in negative, defensive, counter-attacking football.
Or you could say that he's been in the company of 2 absolutely world-class great managers.
You could do, listen, the other thing is there's another argument to say Conte was right. What he said in that press conference, although not said in the right way, he was right. Because the minute you change and try and be progressive, try and be attacking, play 4 at the back, with the players that he's got, you're finished. Okay. So maybe Conte was right all along.